What's going on? What's going on? Brood is here, bringing you a Death of a Town Hall 10, or How to Take Down a Town Hall 10 series. I really enjoyed these when Jake did these videos, his series of the Death of a Town Hall 10, because so I'm just going to follow suit with that because I think there's a lot you can learn from this, and they're just enjoyable to see them get those that are new to the three-style strategy, and just those that are new to Clan Wars or transitioning to 9 into 10. These are very helpful. It's not uncommon that you see Town Hall 10 3-stars on war recaps, but what's not shown, and some of them can be fresh hit. Don't get me wrong, but a lot of times they're not, and you need a plan. You need a growth. What it takes to bring down that Town Hall 10. So without further ado, let's start this off. Josh, this is his first attack, so he was auto-assigned scout duties, and this is all done by the war generals, so everyone knows what they have to do. Some people get the scout, have to scout early, some don't. Some have to get both fresh preferred done within certain hours, but at the end of the day, this was what needed to be done for this as part of a plan. So Josh is going to test out a AQ charge because he's got 5 healers here, and I get some of these numbers wrong. I'm sorry, but I got a small screen. Alright, so we're going to zoom in. He's testing out, he's going to do a queen walk, basically, or queen charge Lalo is what we're trying to do. So testing out when you're going to come into contact with, engage the enemy archer queen, and when the CC gets lured. Basically, we're going to leave this infernal tower and wrap around and get these two and this sweeper and end on that inferno, and then Lalo the remaining with 2 air defenses and this, from behind the sweeper, and then ending on the infernal tower. So handles the enemy queen engagement well. We see that it's a this is the first fresh hit as well, so we see that it's a hound in there. Rage goes down to help bring down that max level hound quickly, with the poison to help it out as well. It's going to take some time, but eventually it goes down. Meanwhile, we got the healers that didn't work out because even though he's got a 30 queen, they get a healer split on this, and 2 of his 5 healers stay on the golem, and it's going to unfortunately stay there the entire raid. But again, this is a fresh hit. For Josh, he's testing out the entry, or opener as we like to call it, or it's commonly referred to in the war community. Checking out the opener of the Town Hall 10. It looks pretty promising given that this little nook right here with this line of walls, that air defense was reachable. Sometimes the queen gets it, sometimes she does it. It depends on what mood she's in, as some might say. But we can see from this first opener that they can get the queen, CC, and the first air defense, and it looks pretty promising to bring in the golems down on this side to at least get that second air defense and sweeper with the queen by herself. So he's going to get 50% on this, so at least he gets some change for his troubles in being a soldier, to pay for the army that he just invested in this. Granted, it wasn't a 3-star, but he gets a double, and gets a really good scout at the same time. We see that there's a there's a DGB right there, Tesla farm right in front of the town hall, which is going to be great information for the next attacker, knowing where that is. So for loon pathing wise, but it's going to fizzle out. We'll go to ×2. Meanwhile, that giant broke through the wall and the queen took it, BK took it out, but you can see there wasn't much left after that. And I'm sorry, he doesn't get the deuce. Does he get the deuce? I think he does. I could have sworn he does. Yeah, he gets the deuce right here. We'll go to ×4, and then he ends it out. Alright, so there's the first part. Now we're going to go to Megan Mo Money, aka Sexecutioner. Let's go up to her. This is her first hit. Coming right after that, alters the armies ever so slightly. Doesn't bring 5 healers, brings more loons for that. Doesn't bring a shattered golem because she doesn't need it, and brings more loons as well. Plus, didn't need a giant as well. Seeing the things that she saw. So starts out just some archers on the corner here to get that natural funnel going, but the walk's going to start relatively in the same spot. Starts it on that archer tower, but this camp sucks the way that these structures are. The camp sucks the archer queen to head south rather than head north, and although she steps up into engage the archer queen, so right here, there it is. Once this structure went down, that stayed up. It was the next nearest that her vision sees of 7 tiles, and so at this point the walk didn't go as planned from the first one. Really unfortunate. Try to salvage it. There's no way she's going to reroute upwards. Even though that wizard comes down to try to break it, it's already too late. So she's going to go on a walk, try to muster what she can from this. We'll go to ×2 because it's a little bit of time. It's on its own, and the BK takes care of that with the minion out to help her out. There's the jump, trying to save it here. So she puts the jump down here to try to adjust on the fly, which I really respect. Rather than just giving up on it and rage quitting as some people do, it's making more money. Shoot, more money, more money, more money. That's what I think of every time I see her name. So tries to salvage it by getting one of the nearest infernal tower, and obviously when she was sitting there beating on the high hit point storages, she was reevaluating, adjusting on the fly. How can I salvage this attack? Opening this way, trying to get the infernal and the second air defense this way, or even that these 2 air defenses here, but it just wasn't right. I mean, the opener failed because the queen didn't want to cooperate. Funnel could have been a little bit stronger on the south side. We'll go to ×2 because it pretty much is over at this point. It's not going to pull it down, and you can see the information that was uncovered. Knowing how strong of a funnel you needed to start on that bottom side to ensure, because it's critical that that queen heads upward, and if she does, the raid's over. But yeah, that'll go to ×4. Wasn't much needed at this point, and that'll be that. Alright, moving on to the next one. The third one on this is a Toma, and in my opinion, the man was robbed on his first attempt. If you saw it already, 99%. Alright, so knowing this is the third attempt on this one, we have the opener established. That's very viable and very a lot of bang for your buck on this. So now we have a 40 queen instead of a 30 with the Toma here. As we go to ×2 to get down, he's just doing the last minute adjustments, doing his deep breathing techniques, and then he drops down just a few, just to get that CC popped out so he can deal with it away from all the defenses, safely and confidently deal with the CC, away from everything. Notice that on this one, the queen that before started way here by the camp, this one is so predominantly towards the left and moving upward. Really want to exaggerate the funnel upwards because we don't want another repeat of what happened on the nice attempt from Megan Mo Money. Meanwhile, behind that we have just archers to ensure that we don't chase the clock at the end, with 2 archers on the sides here, but we leave the top one at the top behind this hidden P.E.K.K.A statue. He might have a minion for that. I might have missed it. We'll see. With the rage down for the archer queen, steps up, takes on the 3-point defenses, makes quick work of one of the bows, then takes care of the enemy archer queen, but had to use the ability, but CC's out of the question. She'll step up and to get that air defense, which was part of the plan. There goes that hut with the wizard there. Smart man to check the corners as on the entry. Golem down already to meet, starting the funnel with the minion on the left. Looking safe here to break open that wall. Kind of dicey, kind of close to get to that wizard, but it has enough space from the splash that those wall breakers can safely get into the wall. Royal's down, heading towards the Inferno, definitely going to get it. Makes quick work of the second air defense. Healers switch from the Queen and move on to the BK. Larry Trap pops, but there's no doubt as he uses the BK ability, gonna get this air defense, Infernal Tower, and then starts on the loons already with 2 loons per, starts on the Hound already, double stacking the first one, and because it's uncovered, he only has 2 Hounds on 1 air defense. But the Archer Queen is going to step up into this Tesla farm, really trying to hurry it up. He's holding on to that back end freeze. There goes down all the Infernals, but the Sweeper really fights these top portion of these loons. For some reason, the Queen just did not decide to hug the wall downward to take it out, even though it's the closest structure beyond the Town Hall. Blows me away, if you take a look at that. And freezes it coming in, but he has no spells. They make it over to the Infernal Tower, take it out. A wad of loons, and if we look around, no 4 corners, but he's got 37 seconds left. Queen is stuck in an island by herself, beating on the lava wall. think that's what we still call him beyond Lego. Someone can correct me in the comments. But he's got a wad of minions here that get trolled by the 32 BK. Shouldn't take too long on there, but it was just enough to suck time away from them beating up. See, as they basically the BK trolls the minions there to bring them all away from the trash ring on the bottom here. We go to ×2, back to 1. This is how close it was. Heartbreaking, heartbreaking. Toma should have had that. Great try, buddy. But to take it out, as you guys can see, on Eve, if I'm not mistaken, one of the newer appointed to 1.0. Congratulations, Eve, and a great showing on the arranged war. So still with using a giant to get that hound out, so that again, same spot of the archer queen anchored down in the side here, just doing everything that Otoma did that worked, except slightly faster. And the other part is that I think there was extra minions on this to help on the cleanup, rather than wizards for the funnel. The other part of this is that I really felt Otoma was robbed in that last replay. Otoma got robbed. If you watch, well, wait till we get to that junction. I'll point out where I felt that he really should have got that 3. But hey, it's a game, you know. You gotta love. Don't hate the player. Hate the game. All right, so. Anyway, steps up here, rage goes down to greet the enemy archer queen. Doesn't have a poison for the engagement, but because he has, he used the poison on the hound to help bring it down faster. Again, saving, it's all about that time factor. Then sends in the hound here with a wizard and minion, just identical to what we had going on with the Toma. A couple more minions there for the sake of time to break it down faster. Sure, circle around. Wall breakers, I mean, it's like deja vu. Anyway, so sends in the jump, and then this is what I'm talking about right here. If a Toma in his raid, if the queen steps up and comes downward to shoot at this sweeper, he gets the 3. That extra few seconds that he fought the sweeper in this section of the critical section, look, and there the queen shoots it. That's what I think was a huge difference maker and why he got robbed. She's already working on the Teslas. Anyway, everything's identical. BK in there takes out the Inferno. I was watching this live, actually. Sweepers to help zoom them across, but the inside section of this is a lot better than the last one, because I felt like, again, I'll stop saying it. Just well execution of the same plan that Toma did, but was able to do it quicker and a little bit more fortunate on the AI targeting of the troops towards the core that really helped out. Now we have a wad. Look at that. Look at that. It's freaking well placed freeze. Good lord. Freezes the high hit point set to both multi, both up and down, Expo, and then in the haste there to bring it back and forth to get to that Inferno, which gets most of the loons. However, on the way down, it gets that last damage in there, and the queen, Eve still has both royals up, not stuck in the core there. Just everything went a lot smoother, a lot faster, and more than enough. And a few minions here to help with the cleanup, but more than enough to get the job done on this. But really unlucky at Toma. I felt like that should have been yours. But great execution with Eve, making just slight tweaks to an already great plan. And really, that's the difference between a 3. At 99%, from 50 to 99. There's no such thing as 2.9 stars. Yeah, there's the percentage game, but 3-star wins wars. That's all I'm going to leave it at. So great job, great plan, great build upon of the death of a Town Hall 10. Once again, it's Brutus reminding you, you got to be better than a double, and I'll check you next time.